In our previous vlog, we have seen the introduction to Kotlin and the usage of Kotlin in Android. So, as we have already discussed, Kotlin is an official language, and in the previous tutorial, we have seen a basic way of dealing with the Kotlin, like we have printed a statement and also we have make use of some variables over there. So, if you have missed that video, I have provided the link in the description section, so you may go through that video and it will be easier for you to understand this particular tutorial now. And here today we will be dealing with the variables declaration in Kotlin. So in our previous tutorials in our like Java and any other programming languages, we need to specify the data type for the variable. So in Java, when we are dealing for the Android programming, we need to specify a variable as a string or an integer or a boolean depending upon the requirement. So here in Kotlin, it is a type language as we had discussed previously. So here with the help of a type inference, we can find out what the variable holds the value. Like if you have provided a number, it will automatically consider it as an integer variable, or if you have provided a string data, then it will be considered as a string, and boolean, whatever the value you have provided to the variable, depending upon the value you provide, the data type is being assessed for that particular variable here. So now let us see how these things happen in Kotlin. So with the help of using the context, this type inference is being found out for the variables here. So here there are two types of declaring a variables. So one is mutable and another one is immutable. So the mutable way of declaring a variable here, we will be seeing by declaring var, and here we can provide any name for the variable. I am providing ABC for example. So here we need to provide some data for it. So I am providing a B over here. So here you can see this is a mutable way of declaring a variable. We need to provide var before our variable name so that it can be changed in future. So here later on you can change the value of ABC to a different name completely. Okay, so but whereas the immutable way of declaring a variable, here instead of var we need to declare it as a val. So now when you declare the variable as val, it will not allow any other reassignment for the declared variable over here. So here we have already declared ABC as Abhi, and you cannot declare it or you cannot reassign a new value to that particular variable here. So this is a basic difference between mutable and immutable variable declaration in Kotlin. So here now let us see what are the data types. So for declaring integers, we can declare them in the form of int and byte, short, and finally long. So here now let us see their declarations. So here we have declaring a variable a equal to, so here we are providing the type of the variable, so the data type of the variable also we are providing it here. So here you can see I am providing it to be 1. So now I am declaring another variable, and here I am calling it to be a byte, and here, so let us provide some long number over here. So and variable c considered to be a short data type here. So here let us declare some number and variable long, so d to be variable long here, and here let us provide some long digit numbers. It might be like a ATM card number, anything. or an access code or something, reference numbers. So these kinds of numbers we can be stored with the help of this long type. So now when you try to access any particular variable here, a, so here you can see a, it is considered to be integer. Why? Because we have declared it in the same way, it is byte now. So in the same way, when you see for c, it is a short, and the same d for long here. So data type of the variable is being detected. So now when you remove the specific thing like data type declaration, when you remove the declaration of the data type here, so now let us try to see it. So everything is being considered as int only over here. So let us try to remove this one also. So now see, but here you can see the d to be considered as long, because the format here you can see which is not considered to be an int over here. So for int you have a 32-bit of storage memory here, and for short you have is a 16-bit of storage space required, and for byte here, and for byte you require 8-bit of storage space, and finally for long you require 64-bit of storage space. So here, depending upon your requirement, so sometimes storage is also a primary option while you are writing any program. Why? Because with the help of the storage, the way you perform, the way your program performs will be faster. So if you consider these use declarations of variables plays a important role in making your program faster. So it's your requirement, and based upon your requirement, if you don't have any huge requirement of numbers, then you can go for byte and short. Or if you want to consider any kind of number in lower value range, so you can declare int. And if you are having a requirement for storing card numbers which have a long format considering to the ordinary integers, then you can go for the long over here. So now let us see how we specify the floating point numbers, so floating point variables in Kotlin. So here I'm going to declare a variable like abc equal to 24.0 here, and one more variable like cde equal to, this time I'm going to declare some large number. So here when you type a here, you can see abc of the format double here, and I think the same for cde also is being double data type here. So now we are having two types of declarations in floating point numbers. Here we want to consider abc to be a float here. So if you want it to be recognized as float, you need to specifically add a f over here. So now let us try to see what is the data type of abc. It is float here, and cde is the same as double. So here using the type inference, we are automatically detecting the data type of a variable here. So here when you compare these two variables, it is being accepted just like a double, but you want to specifically say that it is a floating point number. So here we are adding a float here to the value. So you may have a doubt that why we specifically need to add a float f after the number or the value. Why? Because in a particular scenarios like gaming or any other scenario where you want to specifically have precision on the screen, then you need to specify those values in point of a float here. So in that particular scenario we need to make the variable as a float. So just you need to add an f after the value of that particular variable. So this is it for the floating point variable declaration in Kotlin. So we will be seeing a Boolean variable declaration in Kotlin here. So here we are declaring a value, and is completed. Just this is a variable here we are considering, and if you try to provide here true, then you can see here it is automatically considering it as boolean because you have provided the value to be true here. So in this way, this particular variable data type is being considered as boolean here. So as we have discussed, Kotlin is a type language. So with the help of a type inference, we are detecting here it is to be a boolean variable here. So in the same way, you can just make it false after some time. So because this is a variable here, this is an mutable variable here, and later on if you want to make it immutable, then here you can see it cannot be reassigned. So it is a final way of assigning a value here for this particular variable using a val declaration. So this is it for the boolean variable declaration in Kotlin, and here we will be seeing a character declaration, that is character variable declaration in Kotlin here. So now let us try to declare a variable a equal to, here I am declaring a single character here. So here now let us try to see, it's showing char here, so it's a letter char, so we are declaring a single letter over here, so it is being considered as char. So when you try to add some more data here, then it will not accept because too many characters in a character literal here, so it is considering it to be a character data type, and you can have only one character in the character data type declaration. If you want to have multiple characters, then you can consider using strings over there. So this is how we declare a character variable in Kotlin here. So now let us try to see the declaration of a string here. So previously we have seen character data type declaration, and if you are having multiple characters, then it will be considered as a string over here in Kotlin. So here we are considering the same variable a here, and we are trying to add more than one, and here we are trying to add more than one char. So here when you are trying to see, it is been considered as a string variable here. So depending upon the value you have provided to the variable, it will be considered according to that particular data type. So here this is it for the variable declarations in Kotlin. So if you like this tutorial, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content.